Do you know that a new planet has been found orbiting Proxima Centauri, a solar system 4.2465 light years away from the Sun? It is said to be smaller than Earth and situated in the star's habitable zone. Keep watching for more information on this new Earth-like planet. There is a solar system close to our own solar system that we all know. Not only is the solar system very close, but it also looks like ours. The newly founded Sun-like star was discovered in 1915 by Robert Innes, and it is the nearest star to the Sun at 4.22 light-years away from it. The name of the star is Proxima Centauri, a red dwarf about 1/8 of the size of the Sun. There are 2 exoplanets in this star and a newly founded one. Proxima Centauri was discovered in 1915 by Robert Innes, a Scottish astronomer who was the director of the Union Observatory in Johannesburg, South Africa. He used a blink comparator to examine a photographic plate showing an area of 60 square degrees around Alpha Centauri. After studying for about 40 hours, he discovered a similar star about 2 degrees away from Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri is a triple star system about 4.3 light-years from Earth. Just like Proxima Centauri isn't visible to the eyes, the exoplanets are said to be at distances very far away from the star, making them too small to detect. But unlike other stars close to the Sun that shine, Proxima Centauri doesn't shine at all. It isn't even visible. Nevertheless, astronomers have discovered several other solar systems over the years. Astronomers have discovered planets orbiting Proxima Centauri. One of them is an exoplanet that is very small, about a quarter of Earth's mass, and is named Proxima d. A team of astronomers in Chile found Proxima d. They used the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope to find the exoplanet that orbits around Proxima Centauri. Proxima Centauri is the closest star to our solar system. The team spotted the new planet after studying tiny wobbles in motion of Proxima Centauri caused by the gravitational pull it exerts as it swings around the star. While researchers are still unsure about how habitable this planet is, there is a conclusion that there are many other exoplanets like this. Proxima d orbits Proxima Centauri at 4 million kilometers, which is less than 1/10 of Mercury's distance from the Sun. It is the lightest exoplanet to be measured and completes a full orbit every 5 days. Joao Faria also adds, "This is a very low-mass planet and this is the 3rd candidate around the star closest to us. It shows that these planets, similar to the Earth, may be common in our galaxy and just close by, and it makes us wonder about the conditions for habitability in these planet systems and if life can appear in other places in the universe." Proxima Centauri had 2 exoplanets orbiting it before Proxima d was detected. The 2 planets are called Proxima b and Proxima d. Proxima b orbits Proxima Centauri at about 4.7 million miles with an orbital period of 11.2 days. It has a mass that is approximately 1.3 times that of Earth. Proxima b was discovered in 2016. It lies in the star's habitable zone, but researchers are unsure if an atmosphere is suitable for living. Found in 2020, Proxima c is the 2nd exoplanet that orbits Proxima Centauri every 1,907 days. Again, it is far larger than the Earth. Proxima b, the first planet in Proxima Centauri, was discovered in 2016 with high-accuracy radio-velocity planet searcher, an old spectrograph installed on a telescope in the European Southern Observatory at La Silla Observatory in Chile. In January 2020, Proxima Centauri c was discovered by Mario Damaso, an Italian astrophysicist, and his team with ESO's high-accuracy radio-velocity planet searcher. Proxima d was discovered with a new instrument called the Echelle spectrograph for rocky exoplanets and stable spectroscopic observations on the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope in Chile. Proxima d, the smallest and lightest exoplanet in the Proxima Centauri system, was found in February 2002. Researchers founded it while using the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope in Chile. The instrument was also used in finding the other 2 exoplanets in the Proxima Centauri system. The exoplanet orbits between the star and the habitable region. This is unlike Proxima b, which falls in the habitable region of Proxima Centauri. Although it is found in its star's habitable zone, Proxima d is exposed to extreme ultraviolet radiation. Over the years, scientists have discovered many exoplanets apart from Proxima d that look very much like the Earth. They are called Earth-like either because they have a mass close to the Earth or because they fall in the habitable zone of their stars. Examples of these planets are Kepler 186f. Kepler 186f is the first Earth-sized planet that orbits the Kepler 186 system. It is located in the habitable zone of its star. Despite Kepler having the same mass as Earth, it is guaranteed to be as habitable as Earth. Thomas Barclay, a research scientist at Bay Area Environmental Research Institute at Ames, said, "Being in the habitable zone does not mean we know this planet is habitable. The planet's temperature strongly depends on what kind of atmosphere the planet has. Kepler 186f can be thought of as an Earth cousin rather than an Earth twin. It has many properties that resemble Earth." Kepler 186f is about 500 light-years from Earth and completes its orbits about its star once every 130 days. It is 10% larger than Earth. Kepler 62f. This is another Earth-like planet that is 1,200 light-years away from Earth. It is 40% larger than Earth and is considered a water world because it may possess surface oceans. There is a suggestion that Kepler 62f might have an atmosphere that sustains life. We found multiple atmospheric compositions that allow it to be warm enough to have surface liquid. This makes it a strong candidate for a habitable planet, says Dr. Amoa Shields, a lead scientist from the University of California, Los Angeles. Kepler 442b. Discovered by the Kepler spacecraft, Kepler 442b has a radius 30% larger than Earth. A rocky planet likely orbits its star for approximately 112 days. It falls in the habitable zone. Also, its star is cooler than the Sun. Kepler 452b. About 1,400 light-years from Earth, Kepler 452b is about 60% larger. It is the first near-Earth-sized planet located in the star's habitable zone. Kepler 452b also takes around 385 days to complete an orbit around its Sun, which is close to that of the Earth. Like Earth, it sits at the same temperature, making it possible to have water bodies. Gliese 667cc. Gliese 667cc is one of the 3 exoplanets found in the habitable zone of Gliese C. The radius of this exoplanet is 1.8 times greater than that of Earth, with a mass that is 4 times greater than Earth's mass. Its star is cooler than the Sun and completes its orbit in 28 days. Apart from the planets listed above, a 2020 study that analyzed Kepler data calculated that the Milky Way could harbor as many as 6 billion Earth-like planets. There is also an estimate that the number of potentially habitable planets is about 300 million. João Ferreira, an astrophysicist in Portugal, said, "The discovery shows that our closest stellar neighbor seems to be packed with interesting new worlds, within reach of further study and future exploration. Could these discoveries lead to humans becoming interplanetary species in the future? Do you think there's another Earth in our galaxies? Do you also believe that there's a possibility that a multiverse does exist? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.